Alright, let's get this video started. It's not going to be very exciting, but we need to get this done so we can continue on. So we're going to be working on getting the firewall ready to paint, and while I'm mixing up paint, I might as well paint the grill too. There's a lot of paint chips and shit we're going to sand out. There's a little dent there. I don't think I'm going to bother fixing that at all. And there's also... Remember, I was taking it apart, got some rust there, but got a broken bolt. I don't know if I'm going to be able to extract that or not. We'll see. But let's start taking all this off. This grill has worked mighty fine over the years. It's been on 4 years, maybe longer, and saved my radiator from rocks and stuff for sure. However, when it goes back together, it's not going to go on, but it was pretty good while it lasted. Alright, well, I'm going to continue to use the GoPro 7. I've had some issues with it freezing up, and it's not a uncommon issue from Googling it. Seems like lots of people are complaining that indeed they've been having issues with it freezing, so don't play this game. There we go. There we go. That's not too bad underneath. Let's get these headlights out of here. These are aux beam headlights that probably had for a few years now. They treated me really well. Put everything in a bag and put these in a box. There we go. Alright, we're gonna try this again. Camera froze. I'm gonna have to contact GoPro and see what the fuck. You know, this is a second memory card that I'm using. You know, drift camera was the same way when I got it. Fucking crash. It gets kind of fucking annoying. If you're gonna produce a product, make sure it fucking works before you release it. So now I gotta make a bunch of short clips because I can't trust to make a long one. This Milwaukee thing is awesome. That's not good. So if you have an e-torque socket, and we can go ahead and do this. I'll get this out of here and put it back in the headlight. Odds are you probably don't have any torques. Most people don't. I don't want to be doing the same thing again, so but I think, yeah, we're gonna be good on this. Well, that's good. All the wiring's gutted. Buckets are out. Start prepping to sand it. Alright, we're gonna continue this. I think I might have to make a video to GoPro and ask them what the frick is going on, because this camera's becoming a real piece of shit. You know, you spend 500 bucks on a fucking camera, better fucking work. Anyways, I got this snap-on sander here. Works really well, but works the compressor. So let's just sand this down a bit. I picked up this little body hammer a long time ago. I'm gonna bust it out, see if I can get that dent out. A heel dolly would come in handy, but I can't find it, so I'm gonna try to work with this one here. Fun thing about this is that I am left-handed, so it's pretty hard to get a swing in there too. That's where I got to hit it right there. Right down to the bare metal, and you can see all little rust starting to form there. Domgats. And you know what today is? Today's National Pet Day. And it is. And I posted online a picture of you, and I asked people to post pictures of their fur babies and how much happiness pets bring us. Are you happy with me, Tomcat? And are you? Are you happy? Or am I just your slave? Am I your slave? Is that what I am? Tomcat, do you love your human? And are you? You trying to smother him with cuddles? And are you? Is this what you do? Domgats. Domgats, what are you doing? Are you trying to smother your human with cuddles? Or is that what you're doing? Is that what you're doing? What is this nonsense? But the fake news said the world was getting warmer. What is this new? What the fuck is this? Over? Well, the shit weather can't be all that bad. New order of Cuban cigars came in. These are super cheap. I don't mind smoking them, but these are my favorite go-to Cuban cigars that are inexpensive and yet pretty decent to smoke. And I got some Romeo Julietas. Continuing on, the snow melted from earlier today. I don't know what the hell is going on there, but I just finished cutting and priming the firewall. See the chunks on the ground there. So now the engine should fit in. Now comes the painful part of sanding, wet sanding, masking, which really just gonna avoid doing a lot of this because it's time consuming and no one gives a fuck. So I spent the last few hours wet sanding this and still got a lot to do yet. Need to, I just finished priming some sections that I burnt down to the metal and then hopefully give her light scuff tomorrow. I was kind of hoping to paint this tomorrow, but I think we're going to push it back till Sunday. It's going to be a late day in the garage tomorrow. Get all this prep work done so we can spray it, get it over with. Domcats, are you comfortable? Are you comfortable cuddling up to your human? Is that how you roll today? I know. Here we go. Gonna hit this lightly with some Scotch-Brite pad here. I think this will be finished with now, ready to hit the paint tomorrow. Really don't know why I'm spending so much time on it, considering I'm probably just gonna rocker guard it when I rocker guard the Jeep anyways, but might as well do it now. One thing with using Scotch-Brite, this is a fine, I think it's equivalent to like a 600 grit, is that it doesn't really remove a lot of paint. But it's nice enough that you can smooth things out. As you can see right here, I got the orange peel on the grill. Using a Scotch-Brite pad takes care of that orange peel. Well, this was a shit ton of work. Spent the whole afternoon doing that. Get everything all ready. Grill is done. All ready for paint. Had some things we had to fix up on it. You know, it's a lot of work when you got a lot of stone chips in the front, but that's all taken care of. And masking this all off to paint the firewall, it's a lot of frickin' work, but I'll probably be happy that I did it. And plus I also sanded down these towers and I painted these with high temperature brake caliper paint because the POR 15 is a good encapsulator, whatever they call it. But they recommend that you sand it down with like 320 or whatever and then paint it afterwards. So I painted it. That's all good. Not really too worried in the corner there, but that's all hanging up by some little bicycle hooks I picked up. So anchored it down to there so it won't move around too much, and get that all done up. Just doing a little test here, gonna see which one hardens because I can't remember what catalyst I used for the paint. It was a long time ago, so here we are, figure it out. All right, this is the moment of truth. I just finished wiping down everything for the last time. Got my mask out, I got my little touch-up gun. I haven't painted in a long time, so there's a very good possibility this could come out like ass. I highly don't recommend painting in your garage because it might be a fire hazard with fumes, but I got my Taurus fan in the corner there with a filter that I'm gonna pop open the garage door a bit and pump out the fumes while I'm painting. It's not that much, so I'm not too concerned, but you always got to be careful. The GoPro camera keeps freezing up on me for some reason, but coming along pretty good. Giving it 10 minutes between coats. Looking all right. Looking all right. That's coated on there nice. That actually turned out way better than I thought. It's gonna hit it with the clear coat now. Of course I didn't bother spraying these rods or inside here where it doesn't matter, just the outsides. It all seems to turn out pretty good. Got the clear coat mixed. Gun is cleaned. I wish I could have a filter for this one, but it's too small. And the metallic flakes kept on jamming up, so I'd be spraying and all of a sudden it wouldn't spray that well, and all of a sudden it starts spraying well, and made it work. Let's get the clear on. There's the furnace filter right there. I pulled it out of my furnace this afternoon, replaced it with a new one, and brought it outside to use in the garage. That's like a early 90s Taurus fan. I think I'm gonna buy one of those fans for the LS swap. Man, that thing moves a lot of air. That thing's treated me pretty good for painting. And you can see just how much it moves. Well, here we are all done. Had some complications with the gun. We'll discuss that. It was the simplest thing that was screwing me over, because I was thinking, man, I got these screws turned way out. I shouldn't be doing this. And it wasn't until the very end I figured out what was wrong. But still turned out pretty good. I got the garage heated up to 20 degrees, and that's the way I'm going to keep it. But anyways, back to the gun here. I was having some issues. It started spraying good, and then wouldn't start spraying paint, and all of a sudden it starts spraying again. I couldn't figure it out because I'd keep taking the top off and I'd shake it, and what happened is I didn't notice it in the first place. There's a little vent hole in the top there, and that was plugged. So that was causing me all the grief. And unfortunately, I didn't find it to the very end. So you can see right on the gun, it even says 30 PSI max. And I was hitting like 45 just to get it to spray. So we got that ceramic paint that we're going to paint the headers with. So we're going to give her a try again and see what happens. I think it's motherfucking beer time. And we're going to try this bad boy out. Okanagan Spring 1516 Lager. Alright, motherfucking beer time. Let's try this Okanagan Spring 1516 Lager. See if it's any good or not. It's not too bad, actually. Made in Verdon, BC. I could probably take that out camping. Anyways, I'm glad the paint job turned out. It's one less thing off the list we gotta worry about. There's still a lot to go in this project. We gotta get the engine back in. We gotta get it wired. We gotta put the lift kit in. We gotta rebuild the axle. Before we can even think about getting her going, we need to get all these things done. Well, I can get the engine going beforehand, but I can't get a driveline made or anything like that till we get a new lift kit in. I get the axle built. So we still got a ways. And it's middle of April right now. So I'm hoping, fingers crossed, I was pushing for the end of June. But there's a lot of things I want to do to the Jeep while I got it in the stage. And probably going to be pushing to at least the end of summer now, because we got to factor in gold panning and all this other stuff. But it's getting warmer out. I can work outside during the week. I can add some time on that way. Where before in the winter time I'd work maybe 8 hours. So I can definitely put in a lot more time now. And we'll see how it goes. Anyways, motherfucking beer time. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. And we're going to get back to some real work now. Motherfucking beer time.